I'm Cassidy, one of your Indianapolis Colts cheerleaders, and you're watching the Believe in Colts podcast.
Welcome back to Believe in Colts. I'm Lawrence Owen, and today we are going to go over this Week 5 2023 NFL schedule and make our predictions. And I'm going to go over a little bit of each game and give you why I am picking the way I am picking. I appreciate each and every one of you that are here. It's a very interesting slate of games. As many of you know, Thursday night football game, the Bears shocked, in my opinion, most people when they come out and just obliterated. Thanks a lot. We're going to try this again. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cassidy, one of your Indianapolis Colts cheerleaders, and you're watching the Believe in Colts podcast.
Hey, welcome back to Believe in Colts. I'm Lawrence Owen, and in this episode, we're going to go over the Week 5 matchups of the 2023 NFL season. We're going to go over each individual game, except for the Thursday game, because many of you know that Thursday game already happened, and the Bears, in my opinion, shocked a lot of people getting their first win, right, against the Washington Commanders, blowing them out of the water offensively and defensively. Holy crap. That was not expected by, I believe, anybody, right, especially after what we've seen the first 4 weeks of the season. But in this one, we're going to go ahead and go over each individual game, make my game predictions, and give a little bit of reasonings why my predictions are what they are. But before I do, I got to remind everybody, BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, NFL, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games, available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember, use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts. Now, in this situation, I'm a little bit worried because there's some of these games. I'm used to having Donald Thomas with me, but he won't be here with me for this one. So it's kind of odd that I'm going to be going about this by myself. But we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what your predictions are and where you think I am wrong or right. All right. We're not going to cover the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Tennessee Titans, as I already did a full episode preview of that. Go check that out on YouTube or wherever you listen to audio podcasts. First game on the matchup right here, 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. That's right. The Jacksonville Jaguars in London facing the Buffalo Bills. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Jacksonville will be in London. They will be considered. Oh, no, the Bills are considered the home team. What? How is that even possible? Because Jackson, is this not in London or something? Because that's crazy. I need to know what in the world is going on here. I thought this was a London game, and Jacksonville's always home at London. But if they're not, they're not. Either way, I got the Bills winning this game. I mean, come on. Look, Jacksonville's look much better. They've had issues here and there. They won week 1 against the Colts in a game that could have went either way. A lot of mistakes by the Indianapolis Colts in that game to give away to the Jacksonville. They've won another game and lost 2 since then. Buffalo started off a little shaky, but since then have just poured it on. I mean, poured it on. So it is what it is. What do you think? What do you think about this game? Because in my personal opinion, I think this is a team that the Bills are just going to destroy them. In all honesty, I don't think Jacksonville has the defense to handle the Buffalo Bills offense at all. Josh Allen has been on freaking fire as of late. Jacksonville's defense has been questionable overall. Now, do I think this is going to be a shutout? No. All right. I got the Bills winning this game, though, by a score of 28-17. That's what I got this one. Next game I want to go on down will be the Houston Texans going to the Atlanta Falcons. This could be an interesting matchup right here. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans winning this matchup, though, because let's face it, the Texans have looked they came on as of late, right? CJ Stroud has looked much better. Their defense has looked much better than expected. All they got to do is slow down the Falcons' run game, and they've got this. They've got this. I got the Houston Texans winning this game. I would say 23-16. All right. I got a feeling it's going to be one of those weird score games that you're not used to seeing. Maybe see one or two a week of those weird score games. 23-16, I think, is a good matchup right here. I think Houston gets their third win of the season and gets over 500. Next game is the Carolina Panthers at the Detroit Lions. Do I even need to talk about this game? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. For the simple fact that we've seen crazier stuff happen, right? We just watched the Chicago Bears do their thing, right, against the Washington Commanders. And we've seen the Arizona Cardinals do their thing against, who was it? Dallas? I mean, come on. But this is the Detroit Lions, and the Detroit is at home. Carolina's traveling to Detroit. Look, unless by some miracle Carolina's rookie quarterback just pulls everything together out of nowhere, Detroit's got this game in the bag, in my opinion. And it's going to be really tough. It's going to be an uphill battle the whole way for Carolina. I wouldn't be surprised if they put in a flag, a white one, by midway through the third quarter. I got Detroit winning this game 32-12. Yeah, another one of those weird score games. Next game on the matchups here is the New York Football Giants traveling to Miami to fight the Miami Dolphins, who just got embarrassed by Buffalo, right? They put up 70 points in week 3. Week 4, they get blown out themselves by Buffalo. They're going to be looking for payback. Giants defense ain't got nothing for this. I think the Giants are going to end up giving up a ton. Now, the Dolphins defense isn't as good as some of the other defenses that the Giants have played against, like Dallas, like Philly, got teams like that. I think the Giants will be able to put some points on the board. And I don't think this is a 70-point game for the Dolphins by any stretch of the imagination. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see a score similar to 38-24. Okay. With Saquon Barkley out there and he's not playing, if Saquon Barkley can't play, then, Daniel Jones is going to be running. Miami's just like every team in the NFL. They're going to be sending blitz after blitz after blitz. They're just going to go after Daniel because they'll have zero respect for the run game. None without Saquon Barkley out there. So I got to go with the Dolphins, and I got to go with the blowout. Now, if Saquon Barkley plays, I think this is a closer game. I think the Dolphins still win. I think this is more of a, 7 to 10 point loss, but still, I got the Dolphins winning this no matter what. Next game on the list is the New Orleans Saints traveling to the New England Patriots, and oh boy, the Patriots do not look good. This is the first year that I have seen the Patriots since the Bill Belichick era that just looks like a bad team. I've seen this team for the Patriots struggle and fight before to try to claw to get close to 500 or around 500. I don't think this Patriots team is going to make 500 at all. All right. They're just not there offensively, defensively. Now they just picked up, I believe they traded for J.C. Jackson right? Got him back on the roster. But, I mean, J.C. Jackson was benched, right? He was playing like crap, which is why he got traded, all right, for a really low draft pick. I got the Saints winning this game in an ugly one, all right? 19-13. I got the Saints winning this game. Next up on the list, I got the final 1 o'clock game on the Sunday matchup report. We have the Baltimore Ravens heading to Pittsburgh to face them Steelers. This is always a great game to watch, no matter which team is playing well. The Ravens are now sitting at 3-1. Their only loss coming to the Indianapolis Colts, right? And you got the Pittsburgh Steelers sitting at 2-2. The offense not been that great. Defensively, you got some guys back there. Offensively, you're still trying to figure a few things out. But of course, offensively for the Ravens, they were as well, but they looked much better last week. I got the Ravens winning this game in one of those, another beat 'em up game, right? It's going to be a defensive struggle for both teams. And I think the Ravens will pull this out because Lamar Jackson is still Lamar freaking Jackson. All right. We're going to go with a score. I don't know. I'm trying to think a little bit hard on this because I do these scores right off the top of my head. I think about the game a little bit and then I do it right here. I don't have anything written down prior. This is just you and me and we're just talking. All right. I got the Ravens winning this game 22-16. I'm not just picking out of the air, though. All right. I am looking at the matchups in my head and seeing how the game would go. And I do feel like the Ravens should win this game. And I think it'll be close until the fourth quarter. First 4 o'clock matchup that we got on Sunday's game is two teams. One I expected to be playing poorly. The other one is a shock. Cincinnati Bengals, 1-3, just got freaking blasted by the Tennessee Titans last week, going up against the Arizona freaking Cardinals in Arizona. Oh, my goodness. This is one of those games again, like what Cincinnati team is going to show up here, right? Is it going to be last week's team? Week 1, week 2? What Cincinnati team is going to show up? I don't know. How about this Cardinals team, right? Is this going to be the same Cardinals team led by Josh Dobbs that embarrassed Dallas? Come on now. This is crazy. Why do I have to pick this stupid game? Oh, yeah, because I put myself in this spot to do so. Look, I'm going to go with the obvious choice, in my opinion, and that's Cincinnati. They got to win this game, get to 2-3, get within shot distance of trying to get back up to 500. Cincinnati historically generally starts slow, right? They have the last couple years, and then they get back on track. So I'm expecting this to be one of those games where they can get back on track. Next 4 o'clock game is the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Los Angeles to face them Rams. The Rams that just beat the Indianapolis Colts in overtime. Look, the Philadelphia Eagles are not the Indianapolis Colts. They have a very similar team all around, but they got a better secondary. This ain't even going to be a game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this ain't even going to be a game. I got Philadelphia's got a better offensive line currently. They got a better defense all the way around currently. They got weapons galore to throw to. The Rams are out of their league. The Rams are going to lose this game. The Eagles are going to win it. Look, Matt Stafford is still nursing injuries from being hurt against the Colts this past Sunday. And look, I tip my hat to Matt Stafford. He is a stud back there, right? I never, ever, ever in the history of ever question his mental or physical toughness. All right. But I got a feeling, and let's look, Puka Nacua, he's the real deal too, right? For the Rams. But I don't think that they have the defense to slow down this Eagles offense. That's all I'm saying, right? I think the Eagles are going to score 30, Rams 15. Next on the matchup is the New York Jets versus let's ride Denver Broncos. 2 1-3 teams. The only win that the Broncos have under their belt is against the formerly winless Bears. The Jets, on the other hand, have played some really tough football as of late, right? I got the Jets winning this game, and it's probably going to tick off a lot of Broncos fans. But I'm sorry. I just, in order for you to beat the Jets, Denver, you're going to have to get a lot of pressure, right, on their quarterback. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can get enough pressure on their quarterback. And last week he showed, you know what? He went out there, threw like 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, no turnover. He looked good out there. All right. He looked like a guy I would rather have on my team right now than Russell freaking Wilson. And that's saying something. I'm picking the Jets in this one. 24. Broncos will score some in this, but no, 24-17. Jets win by a touchdown. Next game on the list, the final 4:30 game here. We got the Kansas City Chiefs heading to the Minnesota Vikings. This is 2 teams. I mean, come on. The Chiefs right now look like they're doing pretty darn good. The Vikings sitting at 1-3, and you're like, what in the world is going on here? Right? You got a really good offense versus a really good offense, but the Vikings offense hasn't been what we expected the Vikings offense to be this year. And that's a problem. Look, and you got Kansas City coming into your house. I mean, really? And these are 2 teams that I feel like this could be a really good scoring game if this was, the Minnesota Vikings that we're used to seeing. But they haven't been. So I can't pick a 30-some game. I got to pick a 38-24 game. Chiefs winning. Sorry. It is what it is. Last on the matchup, Sunday Night Football. This should be a good game. Dallas Cowboys 3-1, traveling to the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. Now, this will be a test for both teams, quite frankly, right? This is going to be a test for both teams because the Niners, they've got a defense and they got an offense, all right? But the Cowboys can get pressure on quarterbacks. And yes, I understand that Brock Purdy can move around a little bit and create, when things don't happen. But this is a San Francisco 49ers team that's used to, getting rid of the ball quickly, creating yak yards. Dallas is a very aggressive defense. I think this is a situation where San Francisco could embarrass Dallas in a way, right? I think this is a game where Dallas is going to walk out of this going, we have no business fighting with some of the better teams in the league. With no business. And I think San Francisco really wins this one easily. And this is not me saying, that I dislike the Dallas Cowboys. There's guys on the Dallas Cowboys I like, all right? I feel like this is a matchup nightmare for the Cowboys. I feel like the Niners are built to beat a Cowboys type team. And I feel like the Niners are going to do that. Now, it's not going to be like they're not going to blow them out of the water. I think they're going to beat them, though. I think time of possession is going to be heavily favored in the Niners. And all they got to do is not turn the stinking football over and give, the Dallas offense opportunities to come back in this game. I see this as a fairly low scoring game. I see a 19-15 game. San Francisco winning. Then we got Monday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is, you know what? I'd rather watch the Jets at Broncos than the Packers at Raiders. How messed up is that? There's something about the Raiders right now is just not, they've got trouble in Vegas, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but it's not staying in Vegas. It's broadcasted out to the entire world on a daily basis, right? And they've got a lot to fix over there. Whereas the Packers are just one of those meh teams right now. There's nothing about the Packers that make you excited, or at least makes me excited. If there's something, if I'm wrong, let me know. But I just don't see, this isn't the same Packers team that I'm used to seeing when Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre was there, right? Look, Jordan Love is not a guy that he's shown flashes, but I don't see Jordan Love as a franchise quarterback. I don't see Jordan Love as a top 20 quarterback. And with the Raiders, that's just ugly. It's ugly. The Raiders have the guys on their team to win this game. They do. Will they? I don't know. I got to make a decision on that. But I think the Raiders do. I think a lot of people will probably have the Packers winning this game. I think the Raiders pull an upset here. It is in Vegas. Now, I don't know what the odds are right now. I'm assuming the Packers are favorites to win. If they're not, then, I'm going with the grain. I'm going with Raiders in this game. In an ugly one. There will be some points scored, but 17-14. I think Raiders find a way to squeak this game out. Let me know what you think in the comments on my selections. All right. But that's what I've got so far. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget, if you're listening to this to an audio podcast, make sure you leave a review because that'll help out a ton. Hit the like and subscribe button here on YouTube so you don't miss anything from me in the future. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This was Believe in Colts, brought to you by Bet Online. And as usual, have a good one.
Do you believe?